and welcome back to Ruby's story, where we are laying here with Rainier, who is a bit sick. He is currently at 40% health, so we are doing our best to get him feeling better. Ruby is terrified of losing him since we already lost little Quartz due to sickness, so she is pretty paranoid, but she's kind of putting on a strong front, trying to pretend everything is fine. She's laying with him right now, but she is trying to just show him that everything is okay by, trying to stay in a happy mood, trying to be playful and get him, up and moving around, keep his strength up. And yeah, she's trying her best. What she did with Quartz obviously didn't work, and so she's trying her hardest to just keep Rainier as strong as possible. Looks like our time is up on spending time with him. The other thing Ruby is trying to do... is this Guardian over here? Yeah. So we have Guardian here, we have Lalila out there, Rainier here. I think Ruby's going to go ahead and bring Lalila back over here with us. Coyotes tend to come in from these trees, so it's a very dangerous spot for her. And yeah, she wants everybody to catch up on some sleep because she is wanting to move to a new den. And the pups are going to need as much energy as possible to make it. Oh no. Rainier is at 7% health now. Gosh, their health really drops fast now, doesn't it? Pups are getting pretty big. It's actually about time to move to a rendezvous site now that I'm looking at it. Lalila is very behind. Pups are very hungry. Ruby is also very hungry. Thankfully, Yukon has food because Ruby brought back that elk calf in the last episode and everybody kind of shared it. She's the only one that didn't get any. Let's get a picture of Ruby laying with Rainier again because, it could be their last picture together if he doesn't make it. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Got all set up and then pressed the wrong button. Ruby. There you go. Well, that's not a very good picture. And of course we're being invaded at this moment in time. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Press the right button this time. There we go. Yeah, Ruby is not sure what to do. Yukon is... Sorry, I had to pause there for a minute. Yukon was checking in to see how Rainier was doing. I think, they're both first-time parents. They're both a little bit unsure of what to do. Ruby really wants to move the pups to that new den, but, they're getting so big that maybe they don't need to. Let's see. Yeah, the other den is clear over here. And let's see. Yeah, there's some hungry pups, and Ruby is definitely hungry. She certainly doesn't want to leave Rainier's side. And Chandra kind of wandering off again. Well, she's getting the cooldown and pups are kind of scattering. She's kind of thinking that maybe now is just not the best time to move. And her stomach is definitely grumbling, and all she can think to do is go out and try to find some food for them. Oh, Rainier. Yeah, I think, you know, Ruby has been trying to pretend everything's fine, but today she is really feeling it, that everything is not fine, and there is a good chance that they're gonna lose another pup. She would like to keep Yukon here, but I think they're both pretty hungry, so they're gonna run up to see if there's anything left on this carcass up here. I'm pretty sure we only have one. Yeah. So we'll go up and check that and then mark territory as we go. Try to get back as soon as we can. Oh no, Rainier's at 2%. We're not gonna make it. Alright, well. I think Ruby is just kind of panicking. She's like, oh, we need food. I don't know what to do. Rainier is so sick. Maybe we shouldn't leave him. You know, last time she let a sick pup rest in the den. He didn't make it back out. She doesn't know what to do at all. No, I'm getting the sad music. All the other pups are just all playful. They don't know what happened. Yukon can't even bring himself to come over here. How sad. Ruby doesn't know how to beat this sickness. I'm going to take a picture just because this did happen and it's very sad. She knows her pup is gone and she said her goodbyes. Sending the rest of the pups into the den so that her and Yukon can go see if there's any food left on that carcass. Yukon was just over here He was mourning. He already knew that Rainier wasn't going to make it. He didn't even go up to see. He couldn't bring himself to. Ruby does notice that the river is no longer super flooded and muddy. Seems to have calmed down a little bit, so if she does need to cross the river with her pups, she's feeling a little bit better about it. Plus they're almost to that age of being, you know, being able to move to the rendezvous site, so they'll be bigger to be able to cross anyways. Yeah, time to leave soon. We can try and figure out a good rendezvous site to take the pups to. And then, you know, we'll have that done available if we decide to den in this area again, then, you know, Ruby can use that den next time, whereas if she were to move the pups to it, we would not be able to use it again, so I think that kind of works out. I think she really likes that den. The bad thing about that den is I have seen others use it, I believe, and it does tend to flood, so that would be bad, but Ruby doesn't know that. So, you know, I can't really... I'm trying not to go off of, like, what I know. I'm trying to go off of what they know. So, yeah, she would not know that it has a tendency to flood. Whoa, that's a lot of coyotes. Must be the new patch, huh? This mule deer is strong and fast. I think Ruby is just kind of blind hunting. Yeah, she's upset about her pup and just went after the first thing that she's seen. There we go. They'll probably devour this. Ruby is extremely hungry, so I don't know how much Yukon will actually get off of this. Hopefully enough. Maybe they'll find a baby ungulate on the way home or something. And we'll take a picture of this because it's pretty. I think Ruby would, you know, see this spot. It would remind her of her mom because it's rather beautiful. And I think she would howl, you know, asking her mom for advice, like what does she do to help sick pups feel better? She waits and hopes for a reply, but she's still left just not knowing. Yukon tries to comfort her a bit. But Ruby is... I don't know, kind of ignoring him. You know, she's just stuck in her own thoughts and just trying to figure out, you know, what can she do better next time. You know, she's determined to keep the rest of her pups alive. This one is pretty weak, actually. Guess we can continue to that carcass and see if there is anything left on it. Since they are still a little bit hungry. Yukon is at 123. They're both almost all the way filled up, but yeah, if there's enough on that carcass, they could also bring it back for the pups to munch on. Can't remember if Ruby fed the pups a meat chunk or not yet. But maybe something that she would think is, you know, maybe they ate bad food or something. You know, maybe she would only want to give them fresh meat whenever possible. Like the baby ungulates. Or if they... So for example, if they go up to the carcass and get food off of it, she wouldn't want to bring that back for the pups because it's been sitting there for a while. Unless, you know, it's like desperate times. But something that they just take down, like the mule deer they just hunted, if she were to grab a meat chunk off of that, that would be okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like that would definitely be something that would be going through her mind, like, you know, I did everything I could, but maybe they just ate something bad. So, yeah, I think we're going to try and remember to do that with Ruby. On only bringing back fresh food for the pups from now on. You know, we can still regurgitate. That's still fine. Just anything old that has been sitting there for a while, we will not be able to do. We're not finding the baby here, and Ruby is feeling a bit impatient with trying to find her baby. Ouch. was a nice trade, Yukon. Good job. There we go. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and rip a piece off of here. Oh, that looks new. Looks like a new type of meat chunk. Because it's fresh, and we'll go ahead and take this back to the pups. Here we are. I think Ruby would... Aw, even Yukon brought back a rabbit. That was so sweet. I think Ruby is relieved to see her pups again. But, you know, it saddens her to no end that they only have 4 pups now. And, yeah, she's definitely scared that... Oh, Yukon was being cute. She's definitely so scared that more of her pups are going to get sick and there's just not going to be anything she can do about it. She's kind of trying like a lot of trial and error, and so far everything she's tried just has not worked. Cory and Chandra here, Lalila up there. I'm gonna check something real quick. Hold on, give me a moment. I have to check my graphic settings because since the new update, I feel like I'm not seeing as many of the new grasses as I would expect. And yeah, my game was set to basic, but I changed it and it seems to be the same, so I don't know. Hi, Lalila. She's probably like, Mom, where's Rainier? Aww. Feels so bad that we lost Quartz and Rainier. My dog is sad about it too, apparently. Okay, well... Pups are too big to move, so I think... apparently tired as well. We do hear the wolves that are... invading. We are still just waiting on little Leela to get big enough. We are losing territory up here. Let's check on the rendezvous sites. Looks like there are some here, and there is one over here. So yeah, we might check that out if Leela is still not big enough when we are ready. I just got distracted, so I feel like I said what I was trying to say all wrong, but let's see. Savannah, still the only one leading Coyote Creek. Delvin leading Geode. Cottonwood Creek still has 2 leaders. All that is the same. Magnus and Citrine are still around. Still need to name those guys. Don't feel like doing that right now, so I guess let's get some sleep. I think Ruby could definitely use some sleep after all that has happened. We come out to eat the food. I guess they weren't too hungry when we brought that food back because they didn't eat much of it. And they eat lots. So we can move to a rendezvous site. Even though Ruby is not feeling super playful, you know, she wants her pups to know everything's gonna be okay, and she doesn't want to see them hurting or sad. Where is Yukon even at? Maybe he's in the den. Let's see. Oh, he is in the den. Aww. So Yukon is doing his own morning inside of the den. He doesn't feel like being out here with everybody. Yes, hi guys. Gosh, we're down to one boy, aren't we? How big is Lalila now? 14.8. My goodness, girl. Gotta put on some pounds. Alright, well, I think Ruby will send the pups in. Yukon is hanging out in the den, so he might just stay here. And Ruby's okay with that. She really just wants to go kind of check around and see what's available for the rendezvous sites. So we are going to head this way. Oh, eagle attack. Yukon's coming out. Hopefully the pups stay in. Go away, eagle. Can't have our pups. There we go. Ruby's going to try and take off again. Yukon is coming with, which is fine. He can come if he'd like to. Let's go check this rendezvous site out and see if we like it. Baby ungulate somewhere. I think this is the rendezvous site here. There's a little fox up here. Foxes don't hurt us. It's not bad. I don't think she would mind having it, but I do think it might kind of remind her of the rendezvous site where she grew up, and she remembers how many siblings she lost at that rendezvous site and how her mother would never use it again. So she does like it, but she wonders how bad coyotes are going to be there. Let's go down. We'll take a look at this one down here. We need to strengthen up territory this way anyways. Moose. But that moose doesn't have a baby. All these coyotes. I am not looking forward to seeing how many coyotes do den attacks on us now. Passing up our scent post, yeah. There we go. This rendezvous site is in geode pack territory, so we'll probably take that over if we can. It's also kind of a ways away and through a lot of what seems to be coyote territory, so definitely all thoughts going through Ruby's head, like, This rendezvous site is quite a ways off, and she's seeing a lot of dangerous things that can threaten her pups' lives. So even if it is a good one, is it going to be worth coming to? I think this is it right here. And I don't think she's overly impressed with it, and it's hard to see out. It's up on a hill. Lots of things can sneak up on us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she would definitely vote no on this one. But she is here in geode territory. It's the perfect chance to take a look around and explore for a minute, see exactly what's over here. She's definitely discovering lots of new areas she's never seen before, and she really loves to discover new places. And this marker is conveniently right by a dead tree that she can mark. You kind of already did. There we go. Is this territory that she wants to keep? Who knows? She'll keep it if she hangs around the area. She'll let it go if she doesn't. Definitely an interesting valley going through here. I think she wants to go check out these two. But they are getting tired, and, you know, food is probably also important, so since they are smelling elk herd, they might go check that out real quick. Woo! That is very steep. I think Ruby's going to risk it and slide her way down. It's actually not so steep that she has to slide down. There's a mule deer. Those will do just fine. If she can catch them again. You missed, Ruby. Back in geode pack territory. Here we go. Already weakened as well. Yeah, I think Ruby is a bit of a lazy hunter. Like I said, she rarely uses her mom's tactic of herding the herd where she needs them to go. She just chases, and, you know, she was on the scent of elk and then seen these mule deer and just took the easier option. Ruby, catch your breath for a minute while Yukon has a hold. There we go. They are quite the mule deer hunters, though, aren't they? I'll go ahead and take this back to the pups. Yeah, if there is any meat left back at the den, which I don't think there is, but if there was, I think Ruby would be sure to finish it off before letting the pups eat it if she could. You know, just because, like I said earlier, sitting food, she has a suspicion that that's what made her pups sick. And like I said, I don't know if she even got a chance to feed them a meat chunk yet or not, but that's what we are going with. There's new music here. Pretty sure that's new. I like it. It was just right there though. Or the mule deer interrupted it. Alright, well, here we are. Some more food for you guys. Make sure Lilila gets to eat plenty so she can grow. Ruby is still not sure which rendezvous site she wants to take them to though, so she's okay if they are not ready quite yet. Here we go. And I think this is where we are going to end for today, guys. I feel like this episode is probably getting a little bit long. I am super sad that we lost Rainier, but you know, it is what it is. You know, there's not much you can do about sickness. And, yeah, we're just waiting on Lilila. We need to check out some more rendezvous sites if we can. And, yeah, we'll be moving the pups somewhere new next time. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you're new. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye-bye.